What's up, guys? It's Crash, and we have a two-part video for you guys today. There was a little bit of breaking news this morning. We're going to cover that. And then the video that I had planned was I want to take a look back at the last Battlefield reveal to give us an idea of what we can expect next Wednesday. I already put out a video on what I want them to say, but I just wanted to go back and look at the Battlefield 5 reveal and see what they covered and just kind of refresh our memory, because I was wondering, so I thought maybe you guys would be wondering too, what they did during Battlefield 5 and if that gives us some indication on what we're going to be able to expect next Wednesday. So let's take a look at those things. So the news that broke this morning was that Byron Beede, or Beede, I'm not sure which, the ex general manager for Call of Duty, has been hired by EA to be the general manager of Battlefield. Now, what does this mean? What did he do for Call of Duty? He was primarily in charge of post-launch content and the Battle Pass, it appears. Now he is reporting to Vince Zampella at DICE LA, according to IGN. And that makes sense because we know that DICE LA is working on the live service model for the game. So that would make a lot of sense. Now, what this means is I think Battlefield is really going to focus on post-launch content and updating this game, and they really want to try to grow. They really want to take a shot at Call of Duty this year. They've gone as far as to hire one of their ex-executives to maybe get a little of that special sauce to make this a very big game. So you can look at it a couple different ways. I'm going to try to stay positive and say, hey, they're committed to this game. We have 5 studios working on it, and we're hiring big players from other franchises to help make this game a success. So let's hope that this is just another piece of the puzzle of potential success for Battlefield 2021. So what I did next was I went back and looked at the Battlefield 5 reveal. Now I took a look at the things they talked about, because I think this will give us a really good idea what we can expect next Wednesday. So I just couldn't remember. It was 3 years ago. So I went and took a look, and I thought you guys might be interested. So I'm going to go through these fairly quickly, but I think you guys will get the idea. So the first thing they talked about was the setting. So I think, you know, we're thinking modern. They should tell us about the modern setting and maybe some background on what we can expect as far as, you know, the premise of the multiplayer and things like that. Then they went on to talk about gameplay and modes. So this is where they introduced Grand Operations. This is where they will talk about hopefully their new types of game modes that are coming to Battlefield 2021. And then they talked a little bit about weapons and vehicles, got a little bit into the balance, not a lot, but they just talked about, you know, some of the weapons, how they would work in the game, what we can expect to see as far as those are concerned. And then they talked about, I'm going to call this mechanics, which in this case, they talked about fortifications. So I expect them to talk about anything, you know, kind of new that's going to come to the game. They're going to reveal here, I really think, such as fortifications. Then they talked about customizations in the form of the company. So I think we'll get a little bit of hint of that. Maybe we'll get to see some examples, would be really cool, but that's what they talked about in Battlefield 5. Then they went on to go into the Tides of War, which for us, this will be post-launch content, which I expect is going to be a pretty big deal given the recent hire of the former Call of Duty GM and DICE LA working on the live service for this game. I think there's going to be a lot to unpack there. Then we got an actual launch date, which is pretty exciting once we see that. That's what they gave us last time at the reveal, so let's hope we get it again. Then they talked about EA Play, and they mentioned that's where we are going to see gameplay. So we might, with the Summer Game Fest coming up soon, things might be just a little bit different, but I'm guessing they're going to tell us there's more at EA Play and talk about multiplayer. Then they teased Battle Royale just a little bit, so we might hear something about that. And then finally they showed the confirmation on the beta. We got an image that said pre-order now, get access to the beta. They didn't give beta dates, but we were told there was going to be a beta. We had confirmation that there was going to be a playable beta. So let's hope we see that at this reveal event next Wednesday. That's all I had today, guys. I just wanted to give you guys some breaking news. Also a little bit of idea of what to expect next week. And I'm thinking about possibly doing a live stream again on Friday just to talk with you guys, kind of recap the week, get excited for next week, maybe play some Battlefield and just hang out with you guys. Until then, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching.